Hi Jeremy, well you can be thankful you are in an air-conditioned building because I know it is scorching hot outside today. Currently a temperature of 32 degrees in Johannesburg, later becoming partly cloudy with light winds over Gauteng, and I can tell you now the hot trend will continue until the weekend and into the new working week with temperatures soaring above 30 degrees in Johannesburg. You can expect 33 on Friday as well as Saturday with very isolated late afternoon thunderstorms possible, and we do expect temperatures above 30 up until at least Monday, and then slightly cooling down into Tuesday with isolated late afternoon thunderstorms possible. Now we do expect these heat wave conditions to continue up until at least Monday for Gauteng. And if you're ever wondering what exactly is a heat wave and what is the criteria for a heat wave, well, it is usually when the forecasted temperature is 5 degrees or more above the average temperature for the hottest month in a certain area, and this must persist for at least 3 days or more. So for example, in Johannesburg, the average temperature for the hottest month is 27 degrees and the forecast needs to be 32 degrees or higher for at least 3 days or more. So therefore, I want to give you a few tips. Please stay hydrated, avoid direct sunlight, wear loose and lighter clothing as well as a hat and sunblock when outdoors, and please do not leave pets as well as elderly and children locked up in a car. You can see those scorching temperatures across South Africa this Thursday, above 30 degrees in the shade of red, but in this shade of purple, temperatures already in the upper 30s, and the Eastern Cape have been experiencing a heat wave since yesterday, and that will persist up until at least Friday, and not only in Gauteng, but heat wave conditions up until at least Sunday for the far eastern parts of Northwest as well as the Free State, the Western Bushveld and the eastern parts of Mpumalanga. A few isolated thunderstorms will bring some relief to the heat in part of the Northern Cape, the Karoo, and later the interior of the Eastern Cape. Only a 20% chance of a few thunderstorms bubbling up over parts of the Free State as well as the southern parts of Gauteng. Into the weekend on Friday, it is still heat wave conditions in Gauteng with 35 degrees in Pretoria. Isolated thunderstorms in the forecast after a hot day for parts of the Northern Cape, Eastern Cape, as well as the interior of KwaZulu-Natal, and very isolated thunderstorms possible over the southern parts of Gauteng. A hot weekend ahead for South Africa, 35 degrees in Pretoria, mainly dry conditions with isolated thunderstorms possible over parts of the Highveld and KwaZulu-Natal. Well, that's all from me. Please stay safe.